Stop waiting for them to notice you. Stop explaining why you matter. Stop being present for people who have already decided you are invisible. You are about to learn why your absence is the only thing that has ever scared anyone. Think about the people you truly fear losing. Not the ones you love. The ones whose departure would leave a wound you could not explain. What do they have in common? They do not text back quickly. They do not show up to everything. They do not beg for your time. They are comfortable in their absence. And that comfort terrifies you. Here is the brutal truth. Your presence has never made them value you. It has made them expect you. Every time you show up, every time you reply immediately, every time you make yourself available, you are training them to take you for granted. You are becoming background noise in your own life. But when you disappear, when the person who was always there suddenly is not, that silence breaks something in them, because absence is the only thing the human brain cannot adapt to. Presence becomes normal. Absence becomes a crisis. Here is what nobody will say to your face. The more available you are, the less people value you. The more you respond, the less they appreciate your response. The more you show up, the more invisible you become. You have been pouring yourself into people who see your presence as furniture. You are the always-on light in a room nobody enters. They will not notice when you are there, but they will be shattered when you are gone. This is not about playing games. This is not about manipulate. This is about one of the oldest, most brutal laws of human psychology. Scarcity creates value. Abundance destroys it. And right now you have made yourself the most abundant, the most accessible, the most available person in everyone's life. You have flooded the market with yourself. And when something floods the market, the price collapses. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this 500 years ago. He wrote that it is the nature of men to feel as much bound by the benefits they confer as by those they receive. People do not value what comes easily. They value what costs them something. Your silence will cost them everything. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My absence cuts deeper than my presence. The psychology of overexposure. There is a psychological principle called hedonic adaptation. It means humans get used to good things very quickly. The first time someone texts you back immediately, it feels special. The 10th time, it is expected. The 100th time, they do not even notice. Your constant presence has a shelf life. Every day you remain available. Your value decreases. Think about the most respected person in any room. Is it the person who talks them? Is it the person who shows up to every event? Is it the person who makes themselves easiest to reach? No, it is the person whose presence is rare. The person who walks in and everyone notices. Because they are not always there. Their arrival is an event. Their attention is a privilege. Their time is a currency that cannot be borrowed. You have been giving yours away for free. Machiavelli once said, benefits ought to be conferred gradually, and in that way they will taste better. He understood something most people never learn. Scarcity creates value. Abundance destroys it. Your presence is abundant. That is why they do not fear losing you. That is why they scroll past your messages. That is why your name does not make their heart move. You have made yourself too easy to have, and nothing easy is ever truly treasured. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I no longer beg for attention I deserve. Why absence creates fear. Fear is not created by what is present. Fear is created by what is missing. When you are always there, people know exactly what to expect from you. Predictability is the opposite of fear. But when you disappear, when the predictable person becomes unpredictable, their brain fills the silence with anxiety. Where did they go? What are they doing? Are they angry at me? Did I do something wrong? They start reviewing their own behavior. They start questioning themselves. They start reaching out. You stop being the person they ignore and become the person they worry about. That is the psychological shift that changes everything. Let me tell you about a man I will call David. David was the most reliable person in his office. He came in early, left late, answered emails on weekends, and never said no to a last-minute request. Everyone loved him. Everyone said he was wonderful, and everyone completely ignored him when promotion time came. Why? Because being reliable does not make you valuable. It makes you convenient. And convenience is disposed. The person who got promoted was Sarah. Sarah was good at her job, but she was not available all the time. She did not answer emails after 7 p.m. She did not come in on weekends. She took her full vacation time and did not check her phone once. And somehow, everyone wanted her approval. Everyone wanted her time. Everyone was afraid of disappointing her. David's constant presence made him invisible. Sarah's strategic absence made her unforgettable. That is the power of absence. Not because you threaten to leave, because your silence suggests you already have one foot out the door. And that uncertainty is what makes people fear losing you. Machiavelli once said, "It is much safer to be feared than loved." He was not telling you to be cruel. He was telling you that love depends on the other person's goodwill, and goodwill can vanish overnight. But fear depends on uncertainty. And uncertainty lasts forever. When people do not know where you are, what you are thinking, or when you will return, they cannot take you for granted. Your absence becomes a question they cannot answer. And unanswered questions are the most powerful force in human psychology. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My absence is not a threat. It is a promise, the strategic disappearance. Here is where most people go wrong. They think absence means ghosting everyone forever. That is not strategy. That is self-destruction. Strategic absence has 3 rules. Rule 1. Disappear without explanation. Do not announce your break. Do not post about your silence. Do not warn people that you are stepping back. Explanation invites negotiation. When you tell someone you need space, they will argue with you about why you do not. Just go quiet. Let the silence speak before you do. Rule 2. Stay gone long enough for them to notice. 1 day of silence is nothing. 1 week makes them curious. 2 weeks makes them uncomfortable. 3 weeks makes them afraid. You need to stay absent until their brain shifts from expectation to uncertainty. Until the question changes from, "Where are they?" to, "What did I do?" Rule 3. Return without explaining. When you come back, do not tell them where you were. Do not apologize for being gone. Do not justify your absence. Just return like nothing happened. Your silence is not a problem to be solved. It is a standard to be respected. And when you enforce it without explanation, you teach people something permanent. You are not theirs to control. Machiavelli once said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves." One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. The fox recognizes the trap of constant availability. The lion frightens the wolves with his absence. You must be both. See when your presence is being exploited, and have the courage to withdraw. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I owe no one an explanation for my peace. The withdrawal effect. Human beings are creatures of habit. When you are consistently present, consistently available, consistently responsive, you become part of someone's psychological routine. They stop seeing you as a person. They start experiencing you as a given, as furniture, as something that is simply there. Then you withdraw, and the furniture moves, and suddenly the room feels wrong. The routine breaks, the comfort disappears, and they feel it in their chest, before they understand it in their mind. This is the withdrawal effect, the same mechanism that makes people miss a habit they never consciously appreciated while they had it. Your absence triggers a craving they never knew existed because you were always there to satisfy it before it could develop into longing, before it could become desperation, before it could become fear. Schopenhauer wrote that the first and most important rule in life is to never speak when silence will do. He understood that words are cheap. Anyone can fill a room with words, But the person who controls silence controls the emotional temperature of every interaction. Controls who reaches out first. Controls who apologizes first. Controls who needs who. Be that person. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence speaks louder than their noise. Become someone worth missing. Here is the final and most important truth. Silence only works if your presence was worth something to begin with. If you were present but empty, your absence will be met with relief, not longing. This is why silence is only half the equation. The other half is becoming someone so focused, so quietly powerful, so relentlessly valuable, that your absence creates a void nothing else can fill. While you are silent, you are not idle. You are building, you are sharpening, you are becoming. The silence is the cocoon. What emerges from it is the weapon. Go dark on people and go hard on yourself. Train, create, earn, grow, so that when you do return, when you do speak, when you do show up, it lands with the weight of everything you built in the quiet. Your return becomes an event. Your words become rare currency. Your presence becomes a privilege people understand they must earn. Think about the people in your life right now. Who takes you for granted? Who expects you to always be there? Who would not notice if you disappeared for a week? Now imagine what happens when you go silent, when you stop replying, when you stop showing up, when you become the question they cannot answer. That silence will break something in them. Because silence is not emptiness. Silence is power waiting to be used. Machiavelli once wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really." Let them see your presence when you choose. Let them experience your absence when you need power. You are not here to be convenient. You are here to be unforgettable. And nothing makes you more unforgettable than the silence you leave behind. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am the silence they cannot ignore. You have been loud for too long. You have been available for too long. You have been easy to reach, easy to dismiss, and easy to forget for too long. Go quiet, go deep, go build, and let the silence break them. If this philosophy resonates with the part of you that is tired of being taken for granted, subscribe, not because I asked you to. Subscribe because you are ready to stop being background noise in other people's lives and start becoming someone they cannot afford to lose.